Hello and welcome to Vanguard Live Sports. My name is Damlola Okushaki. And of course, on Vanguard Live Sports, we update you on sports. And of course, some of the things we'll be looking at today are a club against a neutral venue for Man City game. Anderson will become England keeper, says Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And also, Sergio Aguero, Man City striker, to see new specialist in Spain. Also, three PSG players test positive, and Liverpool's 20-point head over Man City, pretty unthinkable. That's coming from club, and so those are stories we'll be looking at. Now, going over to the to story proper, we have a Liverpool manager that's club says he would prefer to play their game away at Man City. To Man City at City's home ground rather than a neutral venue. A decision on the 2nd of July, Premier League at Etihad Stadium will be made at a meeting of Manchester City Council's Safety Advisory Group on Thursday. Liverpool also need 5 points to clinch their first league title in 30 years. As they face Crystal Palace today. City are second in the table while with 20 points behind Liverpool as they travel to Chelsea today. Of course, many people are looking forward to the match of today. That's Liverpool and Crystal Palace. As looking at this match, if Liverpool wins it, then we have just 3 more points to grab the Premier League cup, and so that's what people are looking at. Also talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it says Man United this thing on loan, keeper on loan, that's Dean Anderson, will become first choice England keeper. Anderson is 23 years old, came through the ranks at Old Trafford, but is currently in the second season on loan at Sheffield United. And according to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he says they have like 3 different keepers now, and keeping him also would be like having 4 keepers. So looking at the keeping department, it's actually going to be a good decision. But he sees Dean Anderson, being the first choice keeper for England. So Anderson's loan at Sheffield United will expire on 30th July, but he is expected to extend it until the end of the season. And because of a clause in contract, Anderson will not play against Man United in Premier League today. Of course, that is supposed to be expected. How will he be able to play with Man United, as Man United have a match with Chelsea today? Now, also, Man United midfielder that Scott McTominay has signed a contract extension to June 2025 with an option to extend it for a year. Also, the deal is recognition for the huge progress the 23-year-old has made since he was given debut by former boss, that's Jose Mourinho, against Arsenal in May 2017. Also, McTominay, who was born in Lancaster, is a full Scotland international. Also, academic graduate McTominay has now made 75 first-team appearances for United, scoring 6 Premier League goals, including the second in a 2-win over Man City in March. And Scott has done tremendously well since he joined the team, and he had been a vital part of the midfielder, and that's coming from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Also, going on to PSG, that's Paris Saint-Germain, they confirmed that 3 players have tested positive to coronavirus, including 1 staff. And the League One champions, who were crowned in April after the remainder of the season was cancelled due to coronavirus. On a points per game basis because of the pandemic, are due to return to training ahead of the Coupe de France and the Coupe de la Ligue finals and the resumption of the Champions League. PSG are also scheduled to resume training in small groups on Tuesday. Also, yesterday, in Arsenal, it was also said that There were also chaos as one player also tested positive to the pandemic disease coronavirus. Looking at this, with the players testing positive, I think they still need to go worked on and monitored. Yes, we want to watch the match and we want our actions to return as it's fun when you discuss, but we need to also watch them and let them be safe and be healthy. So one player actually tested positive to coronavirus, and like it said, that one of the player who tested positive will have to self isolate for 7 days, and he has also said that. The player who tested positive coronavirus was in contact with 2 people, and those people will have to also quarantine for 14 days. And going to Manchester City, City striker, that's Sergio Aguero, will travel to Barcelona to see a knee specialist amid fears that his season might actually be over. But he was first off just before half-time during the home-side 5-0 Premier League win over Burnley, following a challenge by defender Ben Mee. During his post-interviews, City's boss, that's Pep, revealed that the Argentine had been suffering from a knee problem before the match. And Aguero was replaced by Gabriel Jesus in Monday's game, which City won easily. Now, talking about today's match with Liverpool and Man City, actually, Liverpool's coach, that's Klopp, has said that James Milner and Joel Matip have been ruled out after they needed to be taken off during the Merseyside derby. Klopp says that they will need to play, but Klopp expects to have Salah and Roberto available for tonight's game. And also, meanwhile, Palace says that they have no injury concerns to contend with. This match is something that we're really looking forward to. And also, talking about today's match, today's fixtures, Norwich City will actually be home to Everton, and that will be 6 p.m. Norwich City is currently 20th on the Premier League table with 21 points. White Everton with 38 points is currently number 12 on the Premier League table. And also talking about Wolves and Bournemouth, Wolves with 46 points, number 6 on the Premier League table, while Bournemouth with 27 points and number 18 on the Premier League table. They will also be playing at 6 p.m. today. And also talking about Newcastle with 38 points at number 13 on the Premier League table. Aston Villa with 26 points and number 19 on the table. We also have Man United with 46 points and number 5 on the table, with Sheffield also 44 points and number 8 on the table. And this match actually we actually have to decide for Manchester United if they are going to move forward or they are going to come back, or they are going to move down. And considering they still have the same points with Wolves, who also have 46 points and number 6 on the Premier League table. And also Wolves have a match today with Bournemouth, so whoever wins here will also have to decide who will move who will remain at number 5 or who will move down. And talking about Liverpool, with who is number 1 on the table and with 20 points ahead of number 2, that's Man City. They will be playing with Crystal Palace today, who is 9th place on the table with 42 points. And also talking about yesterday match, Leicester City was home to Brighton. They actually drew with the match yesterday, and Tottenham had 2 points, while West Ham was with 0. So Tottenham won the match, and I hope you'll be watching the match today, as a lot of us will be monitoring Manchester United and Sheffield, and also of course Liverpool and Crystal Palace. And I think yesterday we were also saying it that the most watched TV match, Premier League match, was actually that of Everton and Liverpool, where they drew. And also today's match, also we've been here, people have been talking about it, and we know of the match that will be coming up soon, also of Liverpool and Man City. I won't be surprised if these also have a lot of views, because people are expecting to watch this match, as if Liverpool actually win this match, of course, we know that they will be having 3 points more just to grab the win to grab the Premier League Cup after 30 years. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans who are happy and expecting these, and a lot of them are also saying that they believe that Liverpool will be playing, and they can afford to just their remaining 5 matches, they can afford to just get 1 points from each match, or they can also they can afford to draw, and that's what they're saying. So we're waiting for it. And also now a lot of people have predicted who is going to win, Liverpool or Sheffield. You can also, or Crystal Palace. You can always put what you think in the comment section, and also talk about the matches that we have for today. And that's all we have on sport today, or sport update today on Vanguard Live. Don't forget that you can always get more of our sports stories on our website, and that's www.vanguardngr.com. And you can always get more of our stories on our Facebook page and our social media platforms that are showing on your screen, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's bye from me, Damlola Ogunshaki, on Vanguard Live Sports.